Hello, my friends, and welcome back to more Azores adventures. Today we're going to take a look at some whale watching. That's right, we went on a whale watching trip, which was really awesome. I must admit I had my doubts because I took one whale watching trip in Hawaii. It was fun, wasn't spectacular. We did see some whales from really far off. Turns out we did see a whale on this trip, kind of a small one, but the highlight of the trip were the dolphins, and you're going to see some of that. But just real quick, I wanted to give you my best guesstimate about where we sailed to. Really don't know. We started out in Ponta Delgada, from the same kind of pier area, harbor, where all the diving boats launched from. This was a different company than the diving. I think that was probably the right choice. They had a bigger boat, and it was, I guess, more accommodating than the rigid hull inflatable boats that I went diving off of. I would have been fine in one of those boats, but, you know, not everybody would be, so. Anyway, we took off from here somewhere. I don't exactly know. I know we went east. I think we kind of stayed close to the coast, and I don't know how far we went. We did see some dolphins close to the coast. You're going to see that first. I'll just call that like right around here. Then I think we took off toward deeper waters, and off screen, I should have probably blown this picture up, or, I mean, no, the opposite, zoomed out a little bit. But I already had it on file and just wanted to reuse it. Well, could I? You're still not going to be able to see that because of my recording rectangle. But it was off screen. I remember thinking the island got pretty far away, although it was bad visibility. It rained in the morning for a lot of the trip, so that certainly played a part into the poor visibility. But I think we were pretty far out where we saw the whale, and we saw big time dolphin activity also further out from the island. This has been a really bad video because I haven't shown you anything. All you know is we were off of the screen to the south. Rest assured, we did come back to port. So let's just get right into it. And we're off like a herd of turtles. So we're just leaving the harbor now, still in the no wake zone, I think. You can see pretty solid boat. I already forget the company that we went with. It was rocking. It was rough seas. You can tell the weather was not the greatest. Right now, everybody's still out braving the elements. It really hadn't started raining yet. But when it did, I stayed outside. That's because I'm a real man of the sea. All the other sissies went running for the shelter. I had the best seat on the boat. Actually, I stood the entire time. Yeah, and when they came out to see the whales, they kind of tried muscling me out the way. I'm like, I'm not having that. I stayed out here through the wind, the horizontal rain to the face. So that wasn't that bad. Those kids are doing their best Titanic impression, I see. Yeah, those kids are kind of weird. They were really trying to jump on the boat with the waves. You know, I think they were trying to like jump at the peak of the wave, and then the front of the boat would dip down, you know, so they'd get some air and fall back down. And, you know, they did that for like 30 minutes. I mean, how fun can that be, you know? Just yeah, people working there eventually had to tell them to stop. But anyway, you can see how close we are to the coast here. This was our first dolphin sighting. I think there were 3 distinct dolphin sightings that I remember. Unfortunately, GoPro's not the best for the whale watching. It's, you know, already zoomed out. We actually did get lucky. We did get some dolphins right next to the boat. But I don't even have a video picture of the whale. The other problem with the rain was I was very reluctant to change the battery to my GoPro. Yeah, you can see one there. And because it was just a watery mess, you know. So I did not do a whole lot of video capture on this trip. I took some videos with my phone. Honestly, in terms of the content, those are probably 2 really good ones, but I watched them and they're just really crappy resolution. They're, you know, your phone. I forgot to turn up the resolution, so they just wouldn't mix in with these videos, and they're not a whole lot better than what you're going to see here. So I decided against adding them. But yeah, I think we saw 4 different kinds of dolphins, at least 3. Don't ask me to name them. When we got to the shore, we looked on their identification chart that they had hanging in the office window, and there's piano sauce coming at you. Yeah, it's always good when I wipe the lens down and it's worse than it was before. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. You can see we're out here with other competing whale watching boats. Yeah, so they got, I mentioned it in the Cidades video, that they actually have spotters on land that sit out there with powerful optics and look for breaches of the sea. And they used to do that to hunt them, and now they do that so the tourist boats can find them. And I guess they radio to the captains. I don't know if each, whale watching outfit has their own spotter, how that works, if they're just kind of work independently. Yeah, that's a good one. If they kind of work all together so this company guaranteed sighting. They said if we don't see dolphins, if we don't see whales, you can reschedule another trip or get your money back. But I think we well worth got our money on this. I was really impressed with the dolphins. I really think the dolphins just love playing with the boat. It looks like they're just having fun with the boat. And I'd be worried about the propeller hitting them, I guess they're probably smart enough to avoid that. Or, I don't know, maybe it happens occasionally, but not enough to quit the practice. There was one, I don't have a video of it. Boat was moving, and there was a woman sitting right on the bow, and there's a dolphin that jumped out of the water. Perfect speed match of the boat. That was nice, 3 in a row there. Perfect speed match of the boat, jumps out of the water, and it might have been her actually right there in the front and center there. I think it was her. Like I said, I don't have a video of it. She did. It's got to be the shot of the entire trip. I could chase her down. Just Google and Facebook have some back of the head photo identification. So this was kind of further out in the ocean now. This was, I think, maybe the 2nd sighting or the 3rd. Oh, geez, look at them all. I've never seen that many dolphins before, all in one spot. And I think they might have been fishing. I don't know. I might be getting this confused with... On the way back, I thought we saw another huge pod, maybe the same one, and the difference is there were a bunch of birds around, and I wonder if the birds were kind of chasing the fish also, if the dolphins were, kind of bubble netting them up to the surface. Do dolphins bubble net fish? I don't know. I think maybe that's orchids. Maybe I'm thinking of orchids. I don't know. I'm pretty certain dolphins work together to do their hunting, and the birds are there to pick up the scraps. Yeah, it's got to be a tough life being a bait fish in the ocean. But yeah, I was blown away by the number of dolphins here, and I saw baby swimming with mama. Man, they can swim. I wish I could swim that fast. But that's it. Like I said, not a whole lot of footage for this one. Really awesome. Really enjoyed it. If you're ever in São Miguel, definitely add whale watching to your trip. And if it doesn't work out, you can come back and get your money back. So do it.